rolling already.
So we're here in Los Angeles. My man Lazarus here, all the way in from Detroit. His whole crew, 8 Mile. We're hanging out with Jaden over here, my little man.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
History right now.
We're definitely creating history right now. We're in Hollywood, and we got my man's Big Time over here doing it big.
So how did y'all meet?
I fell upon Lazarus's music on YouTube, and I was working on this movie that I've been developing for a couple of years called 1619, and the protagonist in the movie goes by the same name, basically the same kind of metaphor, and I was just trying to search around on YouTube to see if there was anything that I could find on there about musicians and all that, because I'm like big into soundtracks. And when I heard his music, I almost fell off my chair. I was like I got the goosebumps, and it just really spoke to me, because he's revolutionizing rap, and he's doing it on a global level. He's breaking stereotypes, he's breaking the mold, and he's extraordinarily intelligent too, and sharp. And it's just like I would have been thrilled if I could find this guy and put him on, possibly put him on the soundtrack. So I contacted him I found his fan page, and I just took a shot, like sent him over some of the work that I had done, just taking a shot, because I didn't even know if it was him, you know what I mean? Like these fan pages and all that. And then thank God I got an email back like a couple of days later. I don't know if it was me or your brother.
No, it was actually me. The thing is, and this is very funny, because I actually do have people that run my fan page and stuff.
Right.
I got like a whole bunch of different pages. I got like a fan page, I got an official page, I got a couple other fan pages. So
right.
Depending on the page, it's all run by different people.
Hold on, baby. Hold on.
But
so trying to get that message through, who's gonna kind of like, who's the, you got a lot of buffers. The Corleone family has a lot of buffers.
Yeah. No. So when I first got his message on the MySpace, I thought, he said he was an actor. I was like, okay, whatever, he's an actor. Okay, what is that supposed to mean? So then all of a sudden, you sent me that clip with all the stuff that you've been in.
Right,
I was a little bit of disbelief, because I didn't believe that you were in all these movies and stuff. And I'm like, wait, is this for real? Is this really you? And so like when I did the research, I was like, wow, this is crazy. That he's been doing all this stuff. But then at the same time, just like
1 second,
hearing about his vision and just the things that he wanted to do and the realism that you were bringing, not just in your films, but just as far as like for you to just approach me on that musical level and to be able to appreciate what I was doing musically, lyrically, and just
because
putting the words together.
You're really saying stuff there. You're really saying stuff with your music, and this movie was something that, like, because we like all kinds of movies, you know what I mean, all kinds of music, but yeah. This movie has a message and it has a lot of emotion, and we're really making a statement with this film, and he was doing that with his music, and then also the fact that it was the name too, man. It's like he gets the metaphor of like all that struggle and people hating on you, and like, Jaden, please, my own son hating on me because I'm trying to do an interview. No, just kidding. But like honestly, like people doubting that, and somebody like him having to be the first one of his kind to like completely after 9/11 and all that.
Right, completely break the stereotype, break the mold, and just come out and bursting with lyricism.
I'm an Italian boy from upstate New York. I was raised in the woods, and it's like I was getting cast in a lot of these mob roles and stuff, and I knew that my father was an attorney, that I was raised with like 15 foreign exchange students. I knew that I was like more unique than what I was playing, and I like doing those roles, and those roles are fun. But I was like, let's create something that could really like be more universal, which is exactly what you've done and what you're doing.
So it's all about breaking the stereotype, breaking the mold, and just taking it to the next level, and just letting everybody know what you're capable of and what you can do.
Letting the game know.
Let the game know. That's what we do.
Let the game know, for real.
Yeah.
What do you think about him being a medical student and about to be a doctor?
Well, again, it's just like, the true idea of the whole Renaissance man. I mean, he embodies it, perfectly, because that's what it is. Who's to say that you can't do that? I mean, like, ignorance. So were you supposed to be more ignorant to get by in this world? That doesn't really make any sense to me. So the fact that he could actually save somebody or help somebody, or use that knowledge for whatever he wants to use it with, saving dying kids in Somalia, like you say in your lyrics and all that.
Well, I mean, the thing is, we'll save people in Somalia, we'll save people in Haiti, then we'll save people through the music.
Exactly.
And we'll cure people through the music, because when you hear that extreme burst of lyricism and that extreme burst of passion and rigor and just feeling of domination that you get when you rhyme, it uplifts you. And like you said, like something you can use to work out. It gives you energy. It just makes you feel like you are the shit.
Music heals. We went to a comedy club last night. My friends who you are going to meet tonight, and you know they put comedians in cancer wards, and they live longer. So the art of storytelling and all that stuff, we all connect with certain things when we hear certain things. Like, you know, it used to be let's gather around a campfire and tell a story, and then it's like, oh, I went out and hunting and this happened, da da da, and it's like for that person that's about to go there, they can relate to that. And that's what entertainment really is in its finest point, I think.
I mean, it's got to be entertainment, because I think some people, they take the entertainment aspect of it and it becomes kind of like mundane. You got to be entertaining. You got to make people...
But still tell a story.
You got to tell a story. You got to have meaning behind what you're saying, but at the same time, you do got to entertain, and you got to make people's eyebrows raise. You gotta say stuff that's going to make people wonder why you said it, how you said it, and the way you say it, and in the delivery that you utilize. Because, you know... I've heard a lot of rappers that come out, and I'm not trying to like mention names or anything, but you know, they got really powerful messages. They got strong things that they're talking about. If you really just look at their lyrics, if you were to like write down what they're saying, it sounds really good on paper, but it's all about the delivery. You got to be able to deliver in such a way that it's gonna just bang people in the temporal lobe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you blast it out there.
You got to blast it out there. So that, and then that's what's gonna have them notice it, and you take it from there. You know. And that's what he does with his movies.
Yeah,
you know, you let him know.
It's another like another way to express things, but it's all the same thing. It's like all channeling from another place.
So tell him a little bit about like your like acting and stuff, like how you got into it and what made you want to be a...
I actually blame my mother, because she laughs at me now because she's like, you know, she knows that it's like, you know, it's a rough thing, man. Trying to get the next job, where's the next thing coming from, but she got me into like clown school and magic school and like playing instruments when I was a little kid. So she got us into the arts, me and my siblings and all that. You see Jaden over here? My little dragon. Say hello. He just did a movie with me recently. He and his mother, we did this movie called The Abandoned Circus, and it's kind of like a Fellini style movie. We're doing 4 of them, and we're going to combine them into a feature. But the first 2 both went to the Cannes Film Festival.
Wow.
And this third one is going to be wild, man. It's like I go to this huge abandoned circus and I'm confronting all my demons, and half the time I'm painted in clown and I'm wearing that big top hat like a circus ringleader.
That's crazy.
That's something that gives me an opportunity to do some different type of stuff, like in the 24, you know, where I'm like, it's more like realistic stuff. This is almost non-linear Salvador Dali type of stuff, like what we dream about. You know, like it doesn't make sense, but it leaves a feeling.
Some surreal type of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's cool.
So that's fun too. It feeds a different part of like my, you know, my creativity. But I just knew that this was the ultimate way for me to express myself. I mean, and believe me, I admire like all kinds, and it's like would love to be able to do that. But
and he changes faces, so he's playing a Russian character.
Yeah, exactly.
The new season of 24, so you know you just kind of switch modes. And I mean, I think that's the hardest thing about being an actor, is to be able to play a role that's not you. You know, because I think that, you know, somebody could get in front of a camera and be themselves and act, but I mean, to be able to be somebody that's not you, that you
always wanted to be a chameleon like that. That versatility, it just appealed to me, because that's acting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is acting, because then again you're playing something other than yourself. But
and to be able to do it and make it seem like it's so natural, like it comes out of you, like it actually is you, like that. And that's what I admire so much about, like, you know, Pacino or somebody like that plays a character that's not them.
There
and
he
they,
is right there.
there you go, right there. You know, and to play a character that's not you and to do it so well. You know, and I think, you know, my hat's off to actors that can do that. I mean, I think that's really impressive.
I think the great artists are able to channel. You know, your song is even called God Flow, and they say like he's one of the few that can actually, like, when he's acting. Well, I forgot if it was Marty Brest or something, like said that he actually, when he gets into his best place, he's used, the voice of God is coming through him. You know, whatever you want to call it. It's like, and he's getting out of the way, and it's just, you're like,
and that what you just described is what God Flow is all about. So when I say God Flow, it's like that power of God just running through you, and it's just like it's seeping through your heart, and you just, like Ryu from Street Fighter, you just let it all out. You know, Hadouken. You know, you let it all out, and it just comes out, and there's no denying it. You know, you can't deny it, deny its presence. You know, nobody can deny you of what you're putting out there.
Because it's coming from the source.
If it's coming from the heart, because and as far as like the music industry is concerned, you hear a lot of these rappers, and you could hear when you hear somebody's voice, is it coming from here? Or, you know, is it coming from someplace you can't even figure out? If you can't tell from listening to 5 seconds of a song that it's not coming from their heart, then you got to question it. because then you gotta
Then
wonder.
you change the channel.
Then yeah, pretty much
put
that's
on
what I
Lazarus.
do. So he does
Exactly,
it too. So
me too,
great
man.
minds think alike.
Exactly.
You know how it goes down. But
So this is the first time that we're meeting, the first time that we're here in Hollywood, and we'll be seeing you at the Den tonight.
we will be seeing you tonight. So stay tuned because we are bringing the rapping, acting thing to the next level.
Clash of the Titans, baby.
Clash of the Titans.